Hello, my dear student. Welcome back to week number 13, session number 1 for Java. In this session, we will learn more about graphical user interface GUI, and I'm going to write down some important points before we begin with this topic. So what are we going to learn in this session is GUI, that is stands for graphical user interface. Okay. Like you can see this notepad, we have got some menus here, right? So this is kind of GUI, graphical user interface. So in this session we will learn how to create GUI, graphical user interface. But before you start with this, I suggest you to go back and take review revision of few topics, such as one, you should know what is inheritance. Second, you should know what is interface. Third, you should know what is abstract class. Fourth, you should know what is constructor, right? So these are some topics which you should be very good. Only then you should continue with this, otherwise you can stop the video and go back and take a review of these four topics quickly, and then you can come back to this session, right? But well, I assume that you know this very well, so I will continue with my topic here. So our topic is GUI, and let me tell you, in Java you can create GUI in two ways. One, what are the two ways? One, you can create by using AWT package, okay, and the second is by using Swing package. Swing package. Now, Swing package is better. Okay, this is better and has many components, to design, to design your graphical user interface. AWT package is also good, but it's old and um, and has few components. So we will not be learning more about AWT package, but we will learn about Swing package. Okay, now Swing package, let me tell you something about Swing package. Swing component built is built upon AWT. So that means at the bottom you have AWT. Let me grab my PPT. So here I'm going to tell you what is the difference between AWT package and Swing package. So please pay attention to this. It's very important. So AWT is a package which has many class which you can use to make your application. Now Swing package is much more better than AWT package. So I will just give a name to this, AWT. Now what is AWT? AWT stands for Abstract Window Toolkit. Okay, it stands for Abstract Window Toolkit. Let me write down for you here. So in the bracket I will write down, it stands for Abstract Window Toolkit. Okay, it's just an API. Let me show you where you can see this AWT package. So here you can see I have my document opened. You all know this. I have discussed. And in the package section, you can see there is java.awt package, right? If you click on this, you will see all the interfaces inside this package, and in this package there are many classes. Okay, now here you can see there are some components like button. Okay, you can see button is a class. So you can see here, pay attention to this area. This is very important area. So button is a class. It is from which package? It is from java.awt package, but it looks very old. You can see how it looks like. Okay, so we usually don't use this now anymore to design our Java application. We use a new package or a new set of components which is called as Java X.Swing package. Let me find it for you. LMNOPQRS. Okay, it's Java X.Swing package. So just a minute here. I think this is this one here. You can see that Java X.Swing package. So let's click on this and wait a second. Now this is my Java X.Swing package. In this package also we have many interface, as you can see here, and also there are many classes in this package here. Now we have something called JButton. If I click on this, it will display JButton. Now you can see here we have got JButton, which is coming from Java X.Swing package, and this is much more better than the AWT button. Okay, this is better and it looks more beautiful and attractive. Okay, so we will learn about not about AWT package, but we will learn about Java X.Swing package. So this is the package which we will explore. So I hope this much is clear to you. Now AWT package is at the bottom. On top of this, we have another package which is called as Swing package. And this package has more classes, more interfaces, and more component in this package. Understood? This has limited, less. Okay, and this has more. So which is better? More is better, right? So we will learn about how to use Swing. Okay, I hope this much is clear to you. Now one more thing you have to understand is AWT belongs to, just a second, let me show you something here. Okay, Java Swing tutorial is a part of Java Foundation classes. Okay, it is a part of JFC, Java Foundation classes, that is used to create Windows based application. So you can make window based application. So far you have done many projects, and those projects were console based projects, such as like you all have done ATM and shopping, right? Those were console means the black screen which you see, that is called as console. But now you are going to learn about GUI, and this is called as window based application. Window based application means software. So you will learn how to create window based software. Okay, or you can say project. You can also see the full form of AWT. It is Abstract Window Toolkit. Okay, it's an API basically. The next thing I want to discuss with you is the difference between AWT package and Java Swing package. So you can just have a look at this, and this is your homework. You can just put question number 1. What is the difference between, Java AWT and Java Swing? Number 1, AWT component are platform dependent. Okay, it will depend on which platform you are running your application. So that means if you have created an application using AWT, then it will run on Windows 7 and it may not run on Windows 10, right? It is platform dependent, whereas Java Swing components are platform independent. That means independent means it does not depend on the platform. AWT components are heavyweight, it's heavy, okay, and components, Swing components are lightweight, okay. AWT doesn't support look and feel. That means it's not very attractive, it's not very beautiful, but Swing are attractive and beautiful. So it supports pluggable look and feel. AWT provides less component. I have already told you AWT has less number of packages, less, whereas Swing package has more number of component. Okay, so this is another difference which you can uh, pay attention. Next thing is AWT doesn't follow MVC. Now this is not important, so you can just skip this part. We will talk about this later. Only 4 point you will pay attention. Am I clear with this part? So this is your question number 1. What is the difference between Java AWT and Java Swing? I hope you have understood this. Okay, let's continue with our next topic. Okay, so our next topic is what is the Swing classes, what are the Swing hierarchy. So let me show you one picture for this, where we can explore what are the different classes we have in Swing package. So look at this. This is your question number 2. Okay, question number 2, list all the classes of Swing package. Write down, and you will write it, list all classes from where? From Swing package. Swing package. Okay, now look at that. Look at this. Object. Hey, object is a class now. Okay, it's a super class. I'm going to write that. It's a super class of all the classes we have. Now, component is a child class of object. Component has 2 child class. One is container, okay, and the second is J component. This is second child class of component. Now, container has 2 child class. One is window and the second is panel. Window has 2 child class. One is frame and the second is dialog. Panel has 1 child class, that is applet. These are all classes, okay. Now J component has many child class like JLabel, JList, JTable, JComboBox, JSlider, JMenu, Abstract button, and JButton. These are all child class of J component. Am I clear with this? I hope so. You have understood this. Now you need to remember this hierarchy. You need to remember this tree diagram. Object is the super class of all other classes in Java. Then component is a child class object of object class, and so on. So you have to remember this hierarchy. Let's move on to the next topic. Our next topic is I'm going to show you some program how to create GUI. So let's begin with some coding over here. So the question is how to create GUI application. Now there are two ways you can create. The first one is by creating the object of frame class. Creating object of frame class. Okay, JFrame class. Second, by creating by extending, okay, by extending JFrame class. JFrame class. So let me show you these two examples how to create GUI application. Are you ready? Let's begin with this. So I will grab my IntelliJ. This is the homework which I had given you. Let's continue. Let's go to file. Let's click new project, and here I'm going to give week 13 session number 1, session 1. So let's click finish here, this window, and here you can see I have src. Let's right click new Java class and give a name to this. You can give any name. Let's say GUI application. It's the name of class, so you can give any name to this. Let's hit enter. That's my class. Now what will you do? You are going to write down the entry point. So public static void main. Inside this you will put string and args. Okay, after this you are going to write down the constructor of this class. Now you know what is constructor. Constructors are special function whose name is same as the name of class and have no return type. So GUI application, this is my constructor. Am I clear with this? I hope so. So now what will you do in this constructor? In this constructor you are going to use a class called JFrame. Let me show you that. Please pay attention. JFrame. So it is inside javax.swing. Click on this. This is interfaces. Okay, I'm not interested in interface right now. I want to see the classes which is coming from this package, classes. Okay, and in this, if you just go down, there is a class called JFrame. Can you see that? JFrame. Click on this JFrame and you will see JFrame is a child class of frame. Frame is a child class of window. Window is a child class of container. Container is a child class of component. Component is a child class of object. Okay, if you just look at in this picture, then what can you say? What can you tell me? Where is your JFrame? JFrame is a child class of frame. So below to this, okay, I'm sorry. Below to this here, you will have another class. The name of the class is JFrame. Let me write that, JFrame. So JFrame is a child class of frame, as you can see from here. Frame is a child class of window, as you can see here, and so on. So you need to remember this hierarchy. It's very important, okay, for the future. So you need to by heart this hierarchy. Remember this. Am I clear with this part? Now JFrame has some constructor. Okay, there are some constructor in this JFrame class. So I will show you those constructors over here. Here you can see constructors. There is one constructor which takes no parameter. So I can use this constructor to create object of this class, JFrame class. I want to use this class, right? So how to use them? How to use this? You can just go here and write down JFrame. You can see it's coming. JFrame from which package? javax.swing package. You can select that. When you select that, it must import javax.swing.star. Okay, so JFrame, you can just give some name over here, JF1 or maybe F1. It is, let me write JF1 is equal to new JFrame. We just have to create the object. Now one question to you, which constructor I'm using? I'm using the first constructor, but there are many other constructors also. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 constructors are there. Okay, so this is the most simple one. You can also create a JFrame with title. So here you can say, now this is, see, title is coming. That means we are writing something for this string title. You can say this is my first GUI using Java. Okay, now that's the title I'm giving to this. And I have created the object of JFrame. What next? The next thing is you need to create one button, one J button, not button. Button is from AWT package, and that's not beautiful. I'm interested in J button. So let's create that J button. Now, from which package this class is coming? This class is also coming from java.swing package. So J button, I will say JB1 is equal to new J button. Okay, and then you can give some text. Let me show you this. Where is my J button? Just JABCD here. Can you see this is a class which is coming from Swing package? If you click on this class, J button class, you will see some more detail over here. Okay, now J button class also has some constructor. As you can see here, there are many constructors. Okay, I'm going to use this constructor, and in this constructor I have to pass one string. Okay, so let me pass that over here. What is that? Text. You can see this text is coming. So let's pass that. Let's say click me. Okay, click me. This is what I want right now. Okay, great. Now I need to decide some information about J button. Like JB1, there is a function called setBounds. You can see this function, setBound. So this function is coming from which class? J button. Okay, let me show you this function here. Now these are the constructors. Okay, below you can see methods of this class. Which class? J button. There are many methods. Okay, you cannot remember all these methods. So it is very important that you should open this document file to see which functions do we have here. Okay, now setBound is coming from some another, I think it is coming from some another class. I need to find it. Let me check. Set border. I think it is coming from container. Okay, you need to find it. You need to search. These are all, because let me tell you why. Because J button is a child class of abstract button. So there are many functions which is coming from here, and I can use in this class because it's a child class. This class is a child class of J component. So all the function of J component I can use in this class. All the functions of object I can use in this class, right? So there are many functions which is inheriting. Okay, inheriting, very important word, inheriting from all this parent class in this child class. And all these functions you can see here. Now those methods which are coming from abstract window, abstract button, you can see those functions over here. Okay, those functions which are coming from this class you can see over here, and so on. Okay, but I will tell you there is one function called setBound which takes 4 parameter. Let me show you this. Okay, you can see it's coming. The first parameter is x position. So x position, let's say 100. Second position is y position, let's say 150. Third position is width. What should be the width of my button? So let's say 100. The fourth is height. What should be the height of my button? Let's say 50, or maybe 60. Okay, so these are the 4 parameters we are giving to our button object. Am I clear with this part? Next step, you need to add the button to JFrame. How to add? Now you have to use your JFrame object, JF1. JF1 dot, dot, and then you can see there is a function called add. You can see this function add. Now this function can add a component. Okay, it can add a component. Now from this picture, J button is a child class of J component. So this is also a component. Yes or no? J component is a child class of component. So you can say that the object of J button is a nothing but it's a component, and I can add here. So just copy this object and put it over here. So I'm just adding my button to my JFrame. Okay, next step. The next step is you have to say you need to make your frame visible. JF1 dot set. There is a function called set visible. Click on this and say true. I want to display this. Okay, that's all. But okay, let me run this program. But you have to create the object of this class in the main function to call this constructor. Yes or no? So you have to create the object. So GUI application G1 is equal to new GUI application. Okay, so this will make a call to the constructor and all this code will run. So let's right click and run it to see the output of this program. Now look at that here. My output is over here. Okay, but it is like the button is taking the complete space. Why? Because we have to do a little bit of more settings over here. So what settings are you going to do? The first thing you have to do is jf1 dot, okay, you have to say set layout. Because I'm not using any layout right now, I will teach you what is layout later on. So you just have to put set layout to null, and you have to give size to your frame, JFrame. So jf1 dot set size, what will be the size of your JFrame? So you can give the width, you can say the width should be, let's say, 600, and the height you can give 400. This is the height of your JF1. What is JF1? It's a JFrame. Am I clear with this part? Let's right click and run this program again, and you will see the output. Look at that. Now this is my GUI. You can see this is my first GUI. This is the title of my JFrame. This is JFrame. Okay, this is JFrame. Am I clear with this part? And this is my button. The the location of my button is 100x. Okay, that is from here. This is my 100. This is my x and this is my y. So this is x 100 and this is y 150. So my button starts from this position, x 100, y 150. After that, what is the width of my button? Width is this, from here to here is 100. And what is the height of my button? From here to here is 60. 160. Okay, so that is for information about my button. Then I add my button to the frame. This is my frame. Okay, then I am using layout null. Don't ask me what is layout. I will teach you layout later. Then I am setting the size of my JFrame. Okay, this is my JFrame. Width is 600. So from here to here is 600. Okay, height is 400. From here to here is 400. Then the most important is set visible to true. You need to make it true, else you will not be able to say this. Do you want to see this again? Let me close this. Now you need to shut your program from here. Shut down. Okay, and then you can make it false and see what will happen. You will not see any output. You will not see anything. Okay, why? Because you have said that your JFrame visible is false. If you want to see, you have to make it true. Then you can see the JFrame. Click on this and you can see the JFrame now. This is my JFrame. Am I clear with this part? Right. Okay, great. Next step, I'm going to teach you something more here. Like if I want to set some color for my JFrame. So you can do that by using a function which is jf1 dot set background color. This is a function, okay, set background color. It is coming from this class. If you don't trust me, I can show you this. So let's go to JFrame here. So JFrame, okay, so JFrame, and then there are many functions over here. You can see these all functions. Okay, here these are all functions which we are using from here. Now I think this function set visible is coming from the frame class. Let me find. I need to search. There are so many functions over here. Set visible to true. Set visible. Here you can see this is coming from, can you see that, set visible? And here I have got set bounds. Here I'm using set bounds, right? Okay, so set bounds is coming from window, and my J button is a child class of window, so we can use this function by using J button because it's a child class. Okay, and window has the set visible function, and JFrame is a child class. JFrame is a child class of frame. Frame is a child class of window. So all the functions from the window I can use it in JFrame. Am I clear? Okay, if not, then please go back and learn about more about inheritance. Inheritance. Because if you don't understand inheritance, then you will not understand what I'm talking here. Okay, let me go back and say set background color. What color? Now you can choose many color. You can see here there are so many colors. I'm going to choose how about green color? Yeah, here, this one. Okay, let's run this program and see the output. Right click, run. Hey, I cannot see any color. Yes, you will not see the color because all the Java Swing components are lightweight. Okay, let me explain you why. why you can't see the color. Okay, so I will take the help of this one. Let me clear it out. Let's say this is my J frame. Okay, now J frame is it's a lightweight. So if you put, it's like a water. Okay, it's like a water here. So on this water, if you put a coin, what will happen if you put a coin? It will go down, sink down. So if you want to put some color, then you need to put one paper on this frame paper. Okay, so this is my J frame. Let me write down J frame. Okay, this the below one is my J frame. Now I cannot put color on the J frame directly. We need to put one paper. Okay, this is my kind of paper. Now on this paper you can put color. Okay, now we need to get this paper. How to get this paper? You can get this paper by using a function called get. Let me write down here. So you can say jf1 dot get content pane. It's a container basically. Put dot. So jf1 dot get content pane. Okay, this will give you a paper like this, and then on that paper you are saying set background and then color dot green. Now you run your program to see the output, and you will see the color. Look at that. I have got my color here now, right? So that's all from this program. Look at this code. It's a very simple program. Okay, and if you have any question, any query, do ask me about it, so that I can clear your doubts, because we are on a journey where we will learn a lot of new things, and before you move to the next level, you should clear all your doubts so far, if you have any, right over here, because the next step will be more difficult, and I'm going to teach you some real programming. Okay, some really good, application. So get ready for that. Please go back and revise constructor, inheritance, interface, abstract class. All these things you should revise. Okay, uh, I hope you have understood this program. This is one way. There is another way to do this program. Okay, this is by creating object of JFrame class. What am I doing in this program? Let me show you. I'm creating the object of JFrame class, yes or no, and then I'm doing all this thing. This is one way, the first one. Second is by doing what? By extending JFrame class. Extend, that means I can make a child class of this class. Okay, now I'm going to show you another program by using this technique, the second technique. Okay, so let's go here, right click on this new Java application and say, what are you going to say? You will say GUI application number 2. Hit enter. GUI application number 2. Now first you can do the same thing. Write down the entry point, public static void main, okay, string args. So that's my main function. Now you are going to do something interesting, but before that, write down the constructor. This is my constructor of GUI application number 2. This is my constructor. I will write down in comment constructor. That's my constructor. Now please pay attention. I'm going to make a child class. So extends what? Extends JFrame. Hit enter. JFrame. So this class is a child class of JFrame. Where is JFrame class? Tell me. JFrame class is here, which is coming from which package? Swing package. So I'm making a new class, okay, and this class is a child class of JFrame class. Am I clear with this? Now, what do you mean by child class? Child class means I can use all the functions of the JFrame in this class. Okay, this is what it means. That means I don't have to create object of this class anymore. I can directly use all the functions of this class. So let's go down here and let's write down. Let me go back to previous example. Here, first let's look at this one, set layout. Okay, set layout. Now here I was using the object name. Now I don't have to use the object name over here. I can say set layout. Look at that. It is coming here now. Why? Because this is a child class of JFrame. So all the functions of this class can be used in this class directly. I don't have to create the object. Okay, am I clear with this part? It's very important that you should understand what I'm saying at this moment. Okay, if your class is not child class of JFrame, then you have to create the object, and using this object then you can use the function. But if your class is a child class of JFrame, then you don't have to create the object. You can say select set layout, and right now you can just put null here. Okay, the next thing you can do is, what is the next step? Next step, you can set the size of your JFrame. So set size. Here you can see what is the size. The first thing you have to give the width, comma. The next is the height. Let's give height as 400. So that's my height. Next step is set visible to true. Okay, so that's set visible to true. Let me run this program. Now to run this program, you have to create the object of this class. So let's create the object here. You can say G1 is equal to new GUI application 2. So I'm creating object. Let's right click and run it. And you will see my frame is coming over here, right? Now, what is the difference between this program and this program? I have already discussed. This program, I'm creating a child class of JFrame. In this program, I'm not creating child class, but I'm creating object of the JFrame, and using this object, I'm using all the functions of the JFrame. Here, I don't have to use the object name. Am I clear? Now, I need to create the object of JButton. Okay, JButton. So you can say JB1 is equal to new JButton, and you can say click me. Okay, put semicolon here, and then you can say JB1 dot set bounds, what location you want to display. So let's say X position is 100, Y position is 150. The width, I'm going to take width as 100, and height I'm going to take 50. Okay, that's the bound. Next step is, you can say there is a function called add. So what do you want to add? I want to add my button to this frame. Am I clear with this? Right. And one more thing, and the last thing is, you have to set the color. Now you can say get content pane dot set background color. What is the color? Color dot, you can choose some another color if you want. If you like, you can decide. There are so many colors over here. Light gray. I look this one, orange. Okay, right click on this and run it. Stop your previous program and run this program. Look at that. Okay, I have got my button and I have got my frame. This is my frame. Okay, this is my frame, but I can't see the title over here. Now to set the title, there is another way to do this. You can say there is a function called set title. Can you see that? And using this function, you can say this is second GUI program. That's it. Right click, run your program to see the output. Stop and run. Okay, you can see this is second GUI program. I hope you have understood these two programs and you have also understood the difference between this program where I'm creating the object and here I'm creating the child class of JFrame class. Okay, so that's it. Do practice of this and I will see you in the next session, session number 2. In session 2, we will learn more about GUI application and we will also see some events, how to click a button, okay, and many other components. So till then, goodbye. See you in the next session.